is a showdown, ladies and gents, an apex predator and a Lovecraftian sea menace, the Titanoboa versus Cthulhu. Who will win, the great big snake or the tentacle-faced mind mischief? Isn't it obvious? Hello and welcome back to Life's Biggest Questions, where we throw caution and our channel name to the wind at regular intervals. Why? Because you have questions and we want to answer them. I'm your host Rebecca Felgate, and today I'm asking, what if the Titanoboa snake fought Cthulhu? Why? Well, because according to your viewing stats, you guys love a snake and you love Cthulhu. And while you can't milk either of these creatures because they no longer exist or perhaps never did, you can milk a trend. A beautiful, scaly trend. Before we get into this video, I want to ask you guys what video you think we should create for you next. What creatures should we get fighting it out in epic mythical battles? Also, while you're down there leaving a comment, why don't you click on that thumbs up button and share this video with your friends? Okay, so Cthulhu is a god/monster invented by author H.P. Lovecraft, who describes him as a monster of vaguely anthropoid outline but with octopus-like head, whose face was a mass of feelers, a scaly rubbery looking body, prodigious claws on hind and 4 feet, and long narrow wings. So, tentacle face, rubbery but clawy, and wings. Cool. Got ya. Thanks, HP. The Titanoboa was a very real, very scary giant snake that lived for 2 million years, but went extinct 60 million years ago. So before we even fight this pair, what would happen in a battle of looks? Which is the most ferocious upon the eye? I'm gonna be honest, a giant snake is a scary sight, but the Cthulhu is not only terrifying to look at, but has the ability to drive a person or animal who looks at it insane. Oh dear, things aren't looking great for old Snakey, are they? Cthulhu has got into his brain. That isn't even the half of it. Not only will looking at Cthulhu get inside your mind, but the creature can also control minds. That being said, it is also claimed that the Cthulhu can only control those with creative brains. Rational and mundane minds are not said to be able to handle the beast. So, perhaps the primordial snake's simplicity would save it from mind control. So how would these creatures measure up? Isn't it always about size in a fight? The Titanoboa was thought to be the largest snake that ever existed and the largest non-marine creature to ever live. Snaky Baby was thought to be around 12.8 meters in length, so 42 feet, which is roughly the size of a house. The snake was heavy at around 2,500 pounds, so around 1,133 kilos. We never really hear exactly how big Cthulhu is. Lovecraft describes him as a mountain, so I'm assuming pretty spectacular. An extensive Reddit thread on the topic decided the monster would be a modest 160 feet, so that's around 48 meters, much bigger than the snake. And also, while the snake could slither up trees, Cthulhu has wings, and wings really are an advantage. How does the Titanoboa kill? Well, despite being a woesome snake with huge fangs, it wasn't venomous. It could take a good chunk out of you and cause a wound big enough for you to bleed out, but its main jam is squeezing animals to death. It is thought that the Titanoboa was able to crush its prey with a force of 400 pounds per square inch. Would this even hurt the much bigger Cthulhu? Well, perhaps it could, but the Titanoboa would again have to catch the creature first, and once again, wings. Wings! We never really hear about the Cthulhu in combat. All we know is that it supposedly sends its adversaries mad at the point of death. In reality, if the Cthulhu fought the Titanoboa, then it would very much be a case of the Cthulhu flying out of reach of the snake and sending it mad, so it bit itself and squeezed itself to death. What a sight that would be, but like, come on, how is it ever going to go any other way? The Cthulhu is an elder god, and the snake, however fearsome and big it was, is just a snake. One final thought for you though. Cthulhu is a great creation. Well done, Lovecraft. But the Titanoboa was real. In terms of the real world, the Titanoboa is much scarier because we know it slithered the earth for 2 million years, whereas Lovecraft's monster has only been engaging minds for 90 years. In this respect, the Cthulhu has some ways to go before we put a crown on that horrifyingly tentacled head. So guys, that was the Cthulhu versus Titanoboa. What do you guys think to this video? Will you ever be able to get the image of a huge snake biting and squeezing itself to death in a fit of madness out of your brain? No, us either. But that's why we love making these videos for you. While you're down there leaving us a comment, why don't you like this video and share it with a friend? And before I go, I want to read some comments out from a similarly snaky video from What If Nagini Was Real. Prad ZZZ wrote, Nagini, pronounced Nagini, is an Indian word for female serpent. There we go. JK Rowling was doing her research. Rico S said, what if Canada was real? Mate, it is real. We film in Canada, so if Canada wasn't real, then this video wouldn't be real and your comment wouldn't be real. So there. Just Gilbert said that they are a Hufflepuff and their favourite creature is a house elf. Well, isn't that lovely? For now though guys, I'm gonna get on out of here. Don't forget to like and share. I'm your host Rebecca Felgate. I'll catch you in the next video, but until then, stay curious, stay alert, and never ever stop questioning.